Good. Welcome to issue 36, I believe, of Married with Issues.
Yes, hello, and welcome our guest, StayPuff. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, our first returning guest. Oh, it was loading. All right, there we go. I think we got him.
Got me back after it crapped out on me.
I know.
Hey,
Yeah, when we were hanging out before we went live, we were both kind of cutting in and out. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can keep this going. But
Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see.
yeah.
Technology is advanced, but it's still not that reliable some days.
Yeah, it's crazy how much, as a society, how much we rely on it. And
exactly. We rely on it to not be very reliable.
like way too much, especially when it's so hit or miss on times, and so many different things like contribute to it. Like even like a microwave running or something, can
most
throw it off.
unlikely things can too.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we're live. And
but we're
Yes.
live. We got some stuff to get into. So we were trying to bring top 5 back this week, but we were kind of scrambling at the last minute. So kind of instead of like a top actual like definitive like top 5, we just kind of just picked a bunch of villain covers and stuff that we can
Top 5
kind of that we just found lying
covers.
around pretty much for us. But like we said before we went live, Puff was scrambling at the kind of at the last minute too to find some of his villain covers.
It's just how we roll in the Shire. In the Nerdom Kingdom, we're always behind.
yep. But like there was one book I wanted to find, but I couldn't get it. So I chose another one that's just as iconic.
Right? That's good, yeah. There's one that he has that I have that's like the same villain, but it's like the cat version and the bat version.
Yeah, they look very similar. Like you can actually, if you want to start out, you can start that one off with that one.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so then my first one was Catwoman 46 with Two-Face.
Nice.
I love this cover. Brainlink killed it. It's so good. Like the glare though, but
yeah.
So there's my cat version of Two-Face.
Yeah, and it's crazy how similar this is. So this is the Batman Annual 14. It looks like, and it's Neil Adams actually did this one.
Wow. Wow, I got that one right here.
No way. Oh my hell. That is so funny.
Nice.
Oh man. Like we both had the same book, man.
That's crazy.
It's a good book. You both got good taste.
Right?
Yeah, I love that. I love that cover, man. Yeah, it is.
It's so good. And the Catwoman one is like so similar to it too.
It really is, yeah. And this one, so the Batman Annual is from 1990. That one was that would be a couple of years later, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised he almost didn't do like after Neil Adams or something on his, because it's
you would think
pretty close.
Indeed.
Neil Adams one is pretty gnarly though.
Right, yeah. Like it's the colors and everything on it are just so bright and vivid still too, and
they just pop, and even his ties too.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, even his tie. Well, because I noticed like in the movies and like animated, a lot of the times like the ties split too. Yeah, so you got to put that on. I actually have a couple Two-Face covers. Actually, there's a couple in here.
I have one that's a connecting cover on like Shadow of the Bat. It connects. I never knew this until I actually put them together, where Two-Face's face connect to each cover.
Oh yeah. Let's see that one.
It's in the box. I posted that on Instagram like months ago.
All right,
people like, man, they ain't never seen that before.
Yeah, that's crazy because there was a cover like that. I can't remember what it was too, where I didn't realize it was a connecting until later. But
there was the Superman one that I didn't realize was a fold out.
What was that one? I'm trying to remember.
It was the one I posted not too long. That white one with the white background where it had a Punisher, Spider-Man.
No, that was it the Moon Knight one? You mean? Wouldn't be a Superman one with Punisher.
No, did I say Superman? I thought I said Spider-Man.
I think you said Superman.
Oh.
Yeah.
I meant Spider-Man. My bad.
Yeah, that was.
Oh my goodness!
I can't remember the name of that art. Speaking of Spider-Man, you had a villain cover I think you picked out that Puff actually posted recently on Instagram.
I meant Spider-Man, not Superman. It happens to the best of us. Yeah, but I did grab this one too. The Web of Spider-Man, Name of the Rose, Part 1.
Nice.
That was a beautiful book. But
I love that run.
It was so good.
Yeah, I've been wanting to read it, and then I saw when you posted that, it reminded me like how we had that, and I still need to read it. Like because we have it's 1 through 6, so yeah, it was a 6-issue story arc.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I meant Spider-Man, as I just about said Superman again, but it was like the 3-part one where it had Punisher, Superman, Spider-Man.
Are we actually?
What's
I
that?
want to make sure of something.
Let me.
Yeah,
see.
I was noticing that because like I mean it says live on.
Yeah, because it still says scheduled here. I'm like, I noticed that. I was like, are we live?
Hmm?
But I think we are because I did hear the feed on the YouTube page when I had the channel up, and it says we're live. So yeah.
Yeah, it's showing on my phone that we're live.
Yeah, because I don't see nobody in the comment section yet.
Yeah, I hadn't either. That's why I was like looking over at her phone, like double checking. I didn't know if it like something didn't like upload or update or.
Marina's doing her second episode though of her Isles of. I can't remember.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna catch it on the replay, but yeah,
Isles of Vibration.
Yeah, that one.
That's it. Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah, I was planning on
because she
catching
had
that one on the
she had an
replay.
awesome turnout. Was it last week? Was the first one?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I watched that one on the replay. It was good. It was really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and that was like I think that was like your first time going live or something too, and like yeah, she did really good.
And then JP Budget Collection, he's live too.
Oh yeah, that and then there was also I think they were still going. I think Thoro's auction. I think
Thoro's auction.
Yeah.
Jim Mint is live with Matt, Boy Who Has 7. And then you got Comic Fools live right now too. So yeah, there's a lot of action going on.
I know it's hard to like a Saturday night show, because obviously that's when everyone's gonna.
Yeah, makes me miss my 2:00 time in the afternoon. But
I know
it's
that
like
was
with
such a
my
good time.
schedule now. It's
I know, yeah, because your schedule now it's so hit or miss. Like
yeah,
you can work or not, and you normally don't know.
Right.
And even if you did know, it sucks like kind of as like a show because like one week it could be this time, the next week it could be that time, or
especially when we're working on our consistency of actually not disappearing. Then that is a lot of action going on around, so it works.
Yeah, so this is the other Two-Face cover I had. It was to Deathstroke 37, the one that
nice.
Those.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a couple from this run, because Martina did a few, but that's the one that
yeah, I got that one.
Really, yeah, this one's dope. This one he has the bow tie instead of the tie split.
That's true. Bow ties are cool. I like me some bow ties.
Dude, my number 4 is the Spider-Man Venom cover by Eric Larson.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
Always loved this. Even if the one before is dope, with Venom full face and his eyes reflecting the Spider-Man. But I always loved this one, and I should have grabbed the Savage Dragon cover that he did that was a homage to this. It's more gorier though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, it is.
That's a good one though. And this one I picked up not too long ago, and I was really, really proud of it. It's a Scarecrow, Vengeance of Scarecrow. So of course, I gotta have my main lady in here twice.
Oh.
So nice when I came across this one because it's the run I'm working on completing. But yeah, I love the colors, and Scarecrow's one of my favorite Batman villains, but also one of it's great
because he evokes fear.
Yeah, he's always been an awesome villain,
and he's so psychological too. I
remember when I first played Batman Arkham Asylum, and you gotta go through the Scarecrow levels. I was like, damn it, I gotta try and avoid his gaze. At first it seems easy, but sometimes you slip up and you get caught.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That was a pretty interesting boss battle.
It was, yeah. Those games, like as a whole, the whole. I think they did 3 of them. I think it was like a trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were really solid, and a lot of fans wants the same developers. I think it was Rocksteady. They want them to do a Superman game, and there's been rumors and stuff for a while, but I mean, it would have to be done differently. You know, like I mean, that's a whole new like mechanics and.
I don't think we ever had a Superman game that was good. The only one people brings up is Superman 64, which was horrible.
Exactly, right? Yeah, and that'd be a tough game to do. I mean, but you would also think Spider-Man would be a hard one to make as a video game as well too. And but I mean, this one that they came out with, was it last year?
PS4 no, it was late last year.
Late last year,
2018.
Yeah, because we got it not too long ago. We kind of slept on it for a while, but I still need to play more of it.
Hey, Bake the Snake. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Good to see
going
on,
Bake?
Yeah, no, that Deadpool video game though too. That was actually pretty decent.
That one's underrated, man. Like that game's fun. Like you don't really hear too many people.
Only thing I ain't like about that Deadpool game was that last battle with Sinister. It was a bit ridiculous in terms of how it was structured. You know, he kept throwing clones at you and stuff like that. But
yeah, I don't think
it was pretty fun.
Yeah, I haven't beat it yet, but so I haven't made it to that part. But I mean, it has its problems and stuff for sure. But it
was pretty fun.
It's good though. Yeah, it serves its purpose for sure. It's got like the opening. Like I love the opening bit when you like kind of go through his apartment and stuff. And
yeah, there's always going to be pros and cons no matter what.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, I haven't even seen Bake's comment even pop up on here yet.
Oh, I saw on my phone.
Yeah, that's a crazy long delay. If it's like, it's weird because like I've noticed sometimes the delay between the YouTube chat to this one is like normally I've seen it just like a couple seconds or so, but sometimes it's been where it's like
super slow.
Almost like 30 seconds or something. Where it's big, but it's probably been a couple minutes now since.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I was gonna say again, congrats on the book that Matt had got you on the books.
Yeah, for Bait,
yeah. Because I was still at work that day, and I was like, I'd gotten home, and I'm like, oh wait, they already played it, so I'm like, I gotta catch the replay.
Oh yeah, there it is.
It was a good episode.
There, it just popped up now. That was about a minute. Like, wow.
It was a good show. It was a really good show, and then watching the one with Carol tonight was good too. So I can't believe how incredible Matt's the boy who had 7th knocking it out.
That's actually a nice segue, like because I had planned on wanting to mention that this week on this show, what Matt's been doing with the 12 Days of Christmas.
Yeah,
it's incredible. Have you been catching any of those?
Yeah, I saw the one where Bake got his 2 books from Matt, and the Garrow one I watched earlier, and some of the others. I had to catch the replay of the others, but the last 2 I was able to catch live.
Right, yeah.
It's so incredible. It's so generous, and it's like restored my faith in humanity. Like it's unbelievable how incredible this community is. And he's just knocking it out of the park.
I have something planned for you two in terms of getting y'all some books.
Well, we
ditto.
Ditto, yeah. I'll say ditto.
Yeah, we're getting a decent AOK put together, and it's taking a little more time, but we'll get there.
It's fun putting them together though.
It's the funnest finding, like especially when you're hunting and you just like come across a book and the first thought is just somebody else in the community in it. Like it's the best.
But yeah, the next book I got is the Dr. Doom.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Ooh,
that's a really good one.
What number was that one?
This is issue 150. This is signed by Bob Layton that I got at Tampa Bay Con.
Ooh, yeah, that one's dope. That one's on kind of on my Doom list, like for sure.
Yeah, Dr. Doom has some great covers, iconic covers. So I wanted the Secret Wars with him all tore up and stuff, and yet still coming back.
Yeah, that one right there.
Yeah, that's another iconic cover.
I wish I had found that before we met Mike Zeck, because like I have a print of it that Mike Zeck signed when we met him, but then I found that after. But
yeah, it's a good cover.
Yeah, that one. This was always one of my favorite ones too. That I'm so stoked that I got this one. Daredevil 37.
Nice.
And it's super clean too. Like the condition it's in for being from '68. Nice. It's in Mylar, so it's kind of like probably got a bad glare, but
Doom's a classic one though. He's
got
another one I want is the Avengers cover where he faced the Avengers, that Jack Kirby cover. I love his stance there. He's just looking at the Avengers like they nobodies, man.
Yeah, that's a big one too.
That's a really good one too.
Because I have an Avengers that he's on, but it's not that one. It was one later. It's out in the living room. I had meant to grab that one, but I think it's like, I can't remember the number. I think it's like in the 100s if I remember right, or maybe I don't know. I can't remember, but it was definitely much later, I think.
Yeah. Well, and then my next one I got was this one's a classic. You can't have Punisher without Jigsaw.
Oh yeah.
I got that
Getting
one.
out the car.
That's another. That's another story arc.
Porsche, yeah.
I need to read. That I was finally able to put the last because it's out of 6. Yeah, of 6.
Yeah, 1 of 6.
And I had the first, I think like first 5, and it took me so long to find the last one. I think it was the 6th, part 6.
That's the best part about hunting is you never knowing what you're gonna find, and it's just like.
Well, that's the thing. I couldn't find it anywhere hunting, so I think I got it online, and I think I had to.
That's true.
Hit up eBay for it, I think. If I remember right, I'm pretty sure that's where I got it.
All I know is by the time I filed all the books into the app, I came across so many books I had no idea we had. I'm like, wait, when did we get this one? Wait, when did we pick that one up? And it's like,
that happens.
So many.
I'm sure, yeah, that's what I was just going to say. I'm sure it happens to everybody, for sure.
It is crazy, but it's definitely a good one.
Because it even happened to me the other day. You were pulling out books that you were doing for like some Instagram tags, and I'm like, what the hell? When the hell did we get that one? And it was what was it? Like even I didn't know it was the Spider-Man, wasn't it? I remember. I'm pretty sure it was a Spider-Man book. I just can't remember what one it was now, but yeah, it happens even when I'm normally, pretty good at remembering like what we have.
Sometimes I gotta look at my CLZ app just to make sure I got this issue when I'm already digging for books and stuff, and I'm like, do I got this? I better check CLZ, because sometimes I still forget and buy the book, and then I'm like, damn, I already got it.
Yeah, I've done that several times too.
So I'm just hoping that my phone works when I go hunting again, because like there's been a few times I want to go hunting and then it's not loading, and I'm like, I need to know if I have it already or not. Come on, just load.
Hey, Mr. Gretzky. What's going on, buddy?
I'm still not seeing the chat here on StreamYard. I gotta go to the YouTube page to see it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I need to do too, because like I finally have them showing up on StreamYard, but it's a pretty big delay.
Well, we noticed that one. Well, you might have seen it on my phone though, yeah, because I have the chat up on the YouTube, like on my phone.
Yeah. You usually have that up, and then I usually like watch on the StreamYard here, but yeah, sometimes I need to.
Maybe you probably gotta check your settings to see if the live comments is supposed to pop up or not.
Yeah, that's a good point. We're gonna always forever be amateurs when it comes to stuff. Because he's so much more tech savvy than I am, and I'm like, wait, what? How do we do this?
Because I think I do remember something in the settings where it was like where your viewers can see it too, but I thought I had it. Oh, I'm trying to remember where it was. I don't want to like try and mess with it too much and take us off air or anything, but yeah, it should. I remember seeing that somewhere where that's actually like a thing where we can control like whether your viewers see it or not or something.
Okay, so you already showed your third book, right?
Yes. Yeah, because we're just showing our top villain cover books for those in the chat.
Yep. So
here's a Savage Dragon cover, and I always loved this cover because it's Savage Dragon, issue number 20. Overlord, the Savage Dragon charging them. It's another great Eric Larson cover.
Yeah, Eric Larson's dope.
That's a really good cover.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Especially when the hero is reflecting off the villain's mask. It's always like you've seen that with Doom covers and stuff like that. Anything Iron Man, like that She-Hulk cover where she's reflecting off of Iron Man. It's always a great artistic display when you can do that.
Mm-hmm. It is. It really is. Oh, there was a cover like that recently. I can't remember for the life of me what it was now, but where we were noticing that, where it was like the reflection one.
Mm-hmm. There's a Daredevil one where it's like the reflection in his sunglasses.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what issue you're talking about.
That's a good one.
That might be the one I'm thinking of, yeah.
It could be, because I think I was pulling it out not too long ago. Because oftentimes when I do the tags, or like when I'm responding to the tags, I'll come up with like 3 or 4 books, and then I'm turning to him. Should I do this one? Should I do this one? Or should I do this one? I'm kind of leaning towards this one. Well, I could always do that one later. And it's like every time, like, it doesn't really matter. He's like, just pick a book. I'm like, okay, it's work in progress.
Well, yeah, because like sometimes when I can't choose, I'll do like an honorable mention or something, you know, but I'll be like, here, this is my pick, and then like swipe left, you know, an honorable mention or something that kind of fits too, or something.
Right.
Sometimes the task can be overwhelming.
Oh yeah.
You when you trying to dig to get the perfect book, and sometimes I just get overwhelmed. I just give up and say, I ain't doing the tags today.
Same. Yeah, I was slacking. I didn't do the tags from yesterday or from today. I was slacking. I'm like, I meant to, and I might still, but I'm like,
it happens. You know, that's why, you know, I don't really take the tagging seriously. If I tag you and you don't answer, I'm not gonna get upset like some people will. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same here.
I'll be happy you just like the post and comment, and that'll be fine with me.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, same.
Exactly.
Same. And there's often times where it's like I get like I'm losing my headphone. Sorry. I'll start like I'll get the one tag in the morning, and then by the time I get home, I'm tagged like two or 3 other times by different people for the same tag, and I'm like, oh, okay. So if I wait till the end of the day, I could do it all in one, or I could do each one a different one for each one. And it varies, but it depends on the mood and how motivated I am to go find the book and take a picture of the book.
Yeah,
it's a process within itself.
Yeah, but when it's fun doing it though, without a doubt.
It is for sure. Yeah, because a lot of times it comes back to you find stuff that you totally forgot you had, or
and then you pick out this awesome cover, and you're like, oh man, this is perfect, you know, and you want to post it immediately.
Yeah, it's
even if it's a book you remember you had, but maybe you haven't looked at it in a while or something, and you know you look at it and appreciate it some more, you know, like it's crazy like that. Or how like a book can even become more relevant, you know, later because something else happened, or
not even that, but it's like every once in a while with the tags you come across these books that you had no idea even existed, where you're like, well, wait, which one was that? You know, because it's just like it's one that you had never seen before, and that's really awesome though too, is being able to see all the diversity of the
seeing what everyone else posts. Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah.
And so my last but not least top villain cover, I was honestly really surprised he didn't do this one, and I was the one that found it first, but it was Captain America 12-cent Red Skull.
Is that
awesome?
Can't remember what number.
It is 103.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
The weakest link. I was really surprised he didn't find this one before me, and I'm like, I got to do this one. It's Captain America. Like, it's Red Skull. Like, it's a good one.
Yeah, that one I can't believe I slept on that one too. And then here's my next one. I believe I think Delato did it. I just realized like he put his like how he does like his GD signatures. Like I just noticed he put it here in the framework of the picture frame, which is. And speaking of reflections too, that actually is Dr. Doom looking in a mirror. It's from the 1602 series that they did, and I haven't read this series yet. I plan on getting it. I think it was when the Neil Gaiman one. I plan on getting it in trade and stuff, but this one it was issue 2 of 5.
Great cover.
Yeah, and it's Doom looks incredible. Like how like his mask too. It's
Rick font. Yeah, it's good.
You know, another one that I thought of was the Fantastic Four cover with just his mask and the redness come out the mask. That was a great cover, man. Like I saw that when I saw that in the bin, I knew I was gonna snatch it up. And this was back in like the early 2000s because that cover is just amazing.
Right, yeah, that's another one on the Doom list for sure too. Yeah, that one's so awesome.
There's so many good ones. Like there was even the Daredevil Doom one a couple of days ago. There's just so many good ones.
Yeah, it's from that same. It's from that story arc from the one that I showed. Because he was on like 3. Yeah, it was like 36, 37, and 38, I think, on Daredevil.
Oh, it's hard to tag people on Archie's. Agreed.
Right? Yeah, Grusky said it's hard for me to tag people on Archie's.
This next book, though, was one of my favorite covers. I was happy to have it signed by Jim Lee. That's X-Men 1.
That's so funny. I had meant to pick that, but I didn't grab it. I had that in my mind, and I didn't get it.
You probably looked right over it, but that is a really good one. And it's signed by Jim Lee. Even better.
Signed by Jim Lee.
I was so nervous when because he came and did a signing at our LCS, and I was like, "You're not gonna believe this." And he's like,
"It was the night before."
Yeah, it was the night before that we find out he's gonna be there. And I go into the room. I was like, "You're not gonna believe this." And just the look on my face, he was like, "What's going on?" And then it's like Jim Lee, and it was just so awesome to go get our book signed by him. But I was so nervous, and I smudged the signature, and I'm like, I screwed it up, but. No, he's a really awesome guy, and it's so incredible how he does his signings so often that it's awesome.
Well,
y'all was fortunate to get him, man.
For real, because like I remember like right around that same time, you had met him, and I remember like I had commented on one of your pictures like, "Oh, we'd never, like we'd never get the chance. He would never come here or whatever." And then
he's just so humble, and like
he is, especially for like. His status too, you know what I mean? Like there's people that are way less accomplished with way bigger heads that don't deserve it. Like
no name.
We all know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mention, but yeah.
it's like on Harry Potter, the name you don't say.
Right.
Yeah,
because I don't want to give him credit.
No, the one person I do want to go get a book signed though is Jim Balin. If I ever see that he's coming to con near here or that he's coming here, I'm gonna lose my mind. But I want to get.
Yeah, he was awesome, man.
Yeah.
You can get stuff signed by him and definitely support him by buying his books.
Oh, hell, some of the prints I see that he does on Instagram, I'm like, I want that. Like, I know for a fact if I was to ever actually go to his booth, if he was at a con nearby, I know I would buy one of his prints just because I see so many of them on his Instagram.
And his wife is cool. She does some of the work on the books. She's awesome. I talked to her when Jim went to the bathroom, so I got to talk with her. And then he came back and signed my books, and we had a conversation. He was very cool. When he said he wasn't charging for signatures and gave his reason, I was like, that gives me a good enough reason to purchase more from your table. Because most of the time when you're charging for signatures, I'm like, it's either the signature or do I want to support you by buying stuff,
Right.
But that was a cool experience, man.
I bet it was, dude. Yeah, because like it was the same thing with Zek. Like I was stoked that Zek was even coming to our little con, like. And it was the same way. Like he wasn't charging for SIGs and stuff. So I remember like that's why I got the Secret Wars print, and unfortunately he didn't have a lot of prints left because I would have gotten more. Right. I mean, because there was that one. There was some of like his. There was prints to some of his Cap stuff, and like it. Yeah, I definitely would have.
Someday has to come eventually.
Well, no, yeah, I did have him sign the Punisher because I got that Punisher number 1 that it was like the it was like I can't remember what the actual book was. No, it's not that one. Oh, that's one that we got from Kavi. That's the Matt Rosenberg signed one, but no, because it was a recreation. It was like, oh my god, it's bugging me. Because it was like a Punisher mini. I think it was that annual. I think there was like that Punisher annual recently.
I don't think you're gonna remember.
And it was a Zek variant to it that was like an homage, like a recreation of the Punisher magazine number 1. And he signed that. Remember the one he signed in white paint marker to Matt? Like it Matt, yeah, whatever.
It's around
I remember having like a issue of them Punisher magazines, but I can't remember what happened to it.
I know, like, because I used to have one back when I was a kid too, And
I do remember one Punisher book that I had that was so violent, my mom took it from me and gave it back to my aunt. Because my aunt had gave me that issue. And when she saw how violent it was, yeah, she took it from me and gave it back to my aunt. I was so upset.
Oh, I know, because think if you had that now, like if you still had it, like, you know, like that'd be, because I mean, and I'm sure it was one of those earlier ones, like it was like the Punisher magazine ones, and I know those ones were pretty rare.
I come across some brutal ones, and I liked. It's funner to read the more adult ones where it is brutal and stuff. It's like there's some of my favorites, but you can come up some
Garth Ennis Punisher is definitely adult and brutal.
Yes, I'm actually rereading that through the like the complete collections when they did those. So because I think there's like,
hey, Comics with Bueller.
Hey,
thanks for joining us. Hello.
What's going on, buddy? Hope you're having a good night.
All right, so you said you did have an unboxing too?
Wait, hang on. I do have one more cover. This is by far my favorite one. Let's see if I can get this into the slab, but it's the Clayton Crane variant to
is that Mysterio or something? I see a fishbowl head.
Yeah, it's got Mysterio in it. Yeah.
You can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
black
variant,
suit Spidey. Yeah.
Yeah, and black suit. Yeah, exactly. Black suit.
It is a beautiful book.
I know. When I saw that cover, it was Symbiote Spider-Man #1, that mini.
Yes, that one mini from that one book.
Yeah, and I remember when I first saw this cover, I was just so transfixed to it. Like, it's one of my favorite like modern covers of all time, like so far, for sure.
It's definitely a good one.
Yeah. If we were ever fortunate enough to meet Clayton Crane, I would crack that and get it signed by him.
Well, someday has to come eventually, you know.
That's probably like the only slab I'd crack is that one. And any other ones that we have, I don't think I would.
The only one I think I would be the Monstress.
Yeah, you would have to.
Or the Catwoman.
Oh yeah, for sure too. Yeah, if we were to meet Balin.
Yeah, if I was to meet Balin or Marjorie Liu and Senna Takeda, I would lose my mind.
I know you definitely can't wait to meet Balin, man. I really hope you get the chance to meet him.
I'm hoping so too. Maybe someday, you know. It has to come eventually, because I know he usually comes to cons that are like kind of nearby, and we want to go out to a con out of state here, so we're trying to save up and get that organized. It'll happen eventually someday.
I mean, we really want to go to MegaCon, and out there, but I mean, I still don't really know like kind of what the possibilities are, but that'd be awesome.
It blew my mind when Matt, boy who had 7, said he was going. I was like, what? I was like, man, it's like every week I hear somebody new coming.
Dude, yeah, a lot of people are going. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about it.
It's crazy.
It's gonna be a big one.
Yeah, I'm more excited just to meet everybody there. You know, with MegaCon being like the second thing, I'm like all the artists and creators and stuff. That's all good and dandy, but meeting Beulah, Matt, Discovery, and all them guys, and plus the guys here in Florida, man, it's gonna be amazing. You know, we all gonna get together. We're gonna hunt for comics, give each other AOKs, and then we probably gonna go out and have dinner together, man. It's gonna be fun.
For sure.
That's gonna be so awesome. It's so cool to see like everybody actually get the chance to meet each other out and like it's so awesome.
Right. Yeah, Bueller says in chat, so I have to be honest, I look at StayPuff's and Fusha's Instagram, and hands down, they are way cooler than I am. I doubt that. You are way cooler than I am, that's for sure.
Good stuff.
I post so much variety of things.
Same.
For real, yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I'm bringing back Old School Sunday tomorrow.
Oh hell yeah! I love that. One. Yeah, I love that because I mean, because I grew up listening to like hip hop from that era and underground hip hop and all that too. And
I get excited most of the times when I'm like finding books for tags, because it's like It's fun, and especially when there's like 2 different tags, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go above and beyond and find the right book that fits for both completely different tags, and it's exciting. It's fun.
Or even like coming up with new tags, like you know, like I don't know, because what was the one? I remember I said one recently, and I even looked it up to see if it had really been done before, and it hadn't been, but I can't. God, I got a terrible short-term memory.
I'm not sure.
It's bad. It's really bad.
It's getting worse. I think I'm rubbing off on you a little too much.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
You are.
But,
so I'm gonna go ahead and show off the books.
Yeah, yes. That's what I was gonna say. I'm curious. I want to see this unboxing.
So the first books I have here are the free books that he gave me. He threw in some extras, and he threw in Indiana Jones.
Ooh, that's a good one. That
cover. He gave me the hey, can you make me full screen?
Yeah, yes. So I was gonna. I'm trying to think. How do I? Is it
just click on my icon where my picture at? There's a box screen on top. Just click on that.
Oh, okay, I see. All right, there we go.
There it goes. So, yeah, we're just amateurs.
Indiana Jones with Harrison Ford on the cover.
Ooh, that's dope.
I see this cover look like Harrison Ford, but here he doesn't in issue number 2.
Oh, that's weird.
So I guess they only could use his likeness once. But it's still pretty dope. And here's the 3rd issue.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome.
This is pretty dope. Now, here's a book that I already have. But he sent me another copy.
That's a good one.
That is sick.
Yep.
That's so awesome.
The real Ghostbusters. Oh, God, I love Ghostbusters a bunch when I was a kid, too. God, I used to watch it.
And hey, I'm definitely willing to send you this, you know, as an AOK and throw it in your AOK box. So
that is so sweet of you.
Yeah, that is awesome. Thank you so much.
Who are you gonna call?
That's it. And then he sent me this one, a Silver Age book, Aquaman, issue 59. I was like, wow, you sent me this?
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest Aquaman fan, but shoot, a Silver Age book, I can't pass that up. It's pretty dope.
Oh yeah. Aquaman had some dope covers back then.
Yeah. So yeah, he sent me this, and I was like, man, you're doing too much for me, man. And now I get on to the main course, which I know Fusha would love, and that is Star Trek.
Oh, that is so awesome.
Oh God, yeah, it is dope.
Got Gene Roddenberry's Lost Universe.
So good. Oh my goodness.
Fusha, this is yours because I already have a copy. So this is going to your AOK.
Oh my.
Same with this. Same with this one because I have this one. But I brought it in as part of the lot, so this is another one that goes to you.
Oh my head.
That is
Star Trek. Yep. I saw these and I was like, yeah, I got to get some Next Generation.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, so good. So good. Yeah, we were just talking about the other night too, like with Star Trek and Star Wars, and I've always been a Trekkie.
Yeah, I love both properties, man. And they're different from each other. You know, Star Wars is more the action-packed soap opera drama, whereas Star Trek is more, you know, exploration, you know, political, you know, seeing more species and stuff like that. That to me, you interact with more species and their races, whereas Star Wars is just mainly about the Skywalkers.
Exactly. Yeah, it's more political. Yeah. But with Star Trek, it's more let's discover and go out and beyond as far as we, you know. Oh, that's such a cool cover too.
Yeah,
so awesome.
Oh yeah, those are those old gold key ones, huh? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Star Trek though too, is like the discovery and how it's like, okay, let's go find more what's really out there. It's so awesome.
Yeah. So
and the Voyager, yeah, because I loved Voyager in the Next Generation
and Next Gen.
And I think who did this cover? I think it's Bill Sinkovich.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it kind of does look like his stuff from back then. Yeah.
Yeah, because I just noticed the signature.
Yeah.
I was like,
I love that cover. That cover is sick.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna post this for Star Trek Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You'd have to on that one.
Yeah.
Those are some really good books. You know me so well because yeah, those books are killer.
Right? Yeah, those are.
Yeah, and like I said, so these books, I'll definitely put this in your AOK box.
Thank you so much. That is just so incredibly awesome and sweet of you.
That is awesome.
Yeah, man. Hey, the extras that I already had, and I'm willing to send them out to others who want them. You know, especially I knew you love Star Trek, Fusha, so I was like, that's why I want to jump on to show them books.
For sure, yeah. I grew up watching Star Trek all the time with my mom, and it's like I would watch Star Trek, Xena, Hercules. They're such good shows back in the day, and it's Nerd Life chose me.
Yeah, Next Generation is my introduction to Star Trek. You know, and then I started watching the movies, and then the original series, Deep Space Nine, and I was a big sci-fi nut back then. I said this on one of the shows yesterday. I watched like all the Sliders, Quantum Leap.
There's one
Stargate
episode. Yeah, there's one Sliders episode that's like forever ingrained in my head, where it's like they finally get back to the right universe that they're supposed to be in, and the only way they're going to be able to tell if it's the right one. Sorry, excuse me. Hold on. The only way they're going to be able to see if they're in the right universe is if the gate like creaks when they push it, and then like in the episode it shows like 5 minutes before they show up they had just gotten the gate fixed so it didn't creak. And it's like that's just the one episode I've always remembered from Sliders, is they finally make it back to think they're not back yet.
It kind of fell off in the last season, but them earlier seasons, man, it was just gripping you.
For sure.
Right. Yeah. And I remember, like Quantum Leap too. Yeah, I used to watch that one a lot too.
You know, like Battlestar Galactica and Stargate. I watched all them sci-fi shows.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
There's even Baker never gave Deep Space Nine a chance till earlier this year. It's a pretty damn good. It is by far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deep Space Nine is one of my favorites. Now, I know some people are indifferent on Deep Space Nine, but I always enjoyed it. I thought it was more deeper in terms of storyline and character development.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
I still have the Discovery first season on DVD that I need to watch here soon. But
yeah, so like some of the newer stuff we haven't really seen yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much of the newer stuff, but the old stuff is still just classic.
I can't wait for Picard though. Like I
know, yeah.
I cannot wait for that. And just to see him interact with 7 of 9, oh man, that's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be way awesome. That's like what I loved so much about the comic with the Q conflict, where he had all of them in one, and I thought that was the coolest thing. It just was so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still need to read that storyline. That
it's a good one. I enjoy it.
It's done, isn't it? Because wasn't that the one that went more issues than their story arcs usually do?
I think so, yeah. Because when I was reading some of the Star Trek ones, they would end at about 4 or 5, and then that one had actually gotten up to like 5 or 6.
Probably was 6.
I think
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and it's like I got that Star Trek Deep Space Nine little one up there.
Oh, was this that? Oh, this was that. It came, I think, when we went and met your friend.
Yeah, this one came from a childhood friend of mine that I've known since like way back in the day, like junior high, and it gave me this one.
Nice.
Like, the premiere edition, and then there's also this one.
I know it's good. They're crazy. They're kind of like ash can size and stuff.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, speaking of like shows and movies and stuff that's coming out, did you catch the Black Widow trailer?
Yeah, I saw that while I was at work at night when it popped up. So I was like, let me watch it. It was pretty good. I mean, she should have had a movie long ago.
Agreed.
Like I would say after Civil War, they should have done, because this take place after Civil War, so they should have done one after Civil War. So,
that's what I was gonna say, because I think it's between like Civil War and
Infinity War.
Infinity War, right? Yeah,
Infinity
that's
War.
it. Yeah.
It was an edit. They decided to go back and change it.
It's pretty much what she did. It's pretty much like after Tony Stark tells her to run, like they're after you too, like you better run, and she's like, it's not my ass, it needs to be covered or whatever. And
I think it looks pretty decent. I think it looks good so far.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's just crazy, like, because like with all these announcements, like, I mean, they've just been churning them out and stuff, like, because I guess like right before we went live, I read something. I think it was at a con in Brazil or something, but Feige said the Moon Knight show, Miss Marvel, and She-Hulk, it's actually coming sooner than we thought, and it should be at the end of next year, which is actually when like Cap and Winter Soldiers, or Falcon and Winter Soldier, whatever. I don't think they changed the name. I think it's whatever, Falcon and
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, and that's probably like, other than Moon Knight, probably the Disney Plus show I'm looking forward to the most is probably.
Hey girl, good to see you in the chat, and congrats on your books as well. We were watching that earlier. I was like, I'll be right back, and then I wasn't right back, but I still was able to see it. So good to see you in the chat.
What's going on, buddy?
Hello.
What's going on, Gal? Chico himself.
Yes, indeed. Good stuff. I love it here. This is where I want to be, spending my time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just so many.
It's fun, we just get to interact and talk about things that we enjoy talking about. That's what makes this community so great. When we get together and we have great conversations, and next thing you know, you've been on for 2-3 hours. And you're like, man, I didn't even feel like 2-3 hours.
It really doesn't have the time. No, I can't grab it.
Oh, are you trying to?
No, not that one. I was gonna show you some of. Sorry.
Oh.
Impromptu. Just the way that you were saying, it's just like, it's so cool for us to like interact, that it's like I wanted to grab this one and see if you had it, because 1 second.
You're gonna show one?
Yeah. I'll make sure he doesn't have it. I gotta verify,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like we said, we're working on an A-OK for you as well. So it's just my chair's turning. Oh, okay. Yeah. So did you have this one?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That's
I have 2 copies. I posted for Multiple Comic Monday, so
nice.
I'm hoping Art John come back down here for MegaCon.
Oh, that Art John.
They ain't really announced too many creators yet, but if he does come back, I'll definitely get him to sign one of my copies.
Oh yeah,
because he was there. He was there earlier this year.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna do my top 9 photos. You know how at the end of the year and stuff. I'm gonna do my best 9 through the generator, and then I'm just gonna make up my own top 9 or top 10, slides.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, 'cause I can't believe the year's almost over.
Yeah, that's what we're planning for next week's show, is kind of top of the year stuff. Like top moments in the community, probably top 5 like titles of the year, like some of the stuff, newer stuff we were reading. Probably even do like top 5 pickups or something too.
Yeah.
This year was like a landmark year for me in terms of just meeting people in the community. I value that just as much as I value meeting the comic book creators, because I get to meet people that I've known on Instagram or YouTube, and as soon as we connect and we have fun, Tampa Bay Comic Con was fun, MegaCon was fun, hanging out at my shop with some of those guys was great, what we did last weekend was just awesome, and I'll cherish that for anything,
Exactly.
For real, me too.
Same. Yeah, I'm really hoping we're able to make it out to one of them, because it's so awesome to see everybody, meet everybody, and it's like it's just so incredible that this community has brought everybody together, and it's changing lives, and it's just so awesome to see the interaction
and the generosity from the community in terms of the AOKs and just gifting out things. It's not about trying to make a buck. I'm like, hey, you need this, man, I'll give it to you, man.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like them Star Trek books. I'm like, I'm willing to send them to you, man, because that's how the community treated me when I started on Instagram. So I got to give back, and that's how we build stronger relationships. Just have fun doing it.
Exactly. It is a lot funner to give books away, because it's just so incredible being able to see their reaction. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I was saying earlier, it's even fun hunting for it, like hunting for other people. And
I'm super stoked for Star Trek books, I must admit. Those are some good books. Thank you so much.
Yeah, those are dope.
For sure. Those are some good ones.
I pulled this out just to show.
Let's see here.
Our Lord.
Here, I'll make you big.
I posted this on Instagram when I got it a couple weeks ago. But yeah, this is when the show first started out.
That's dope.
And I got this for like $1.
Oh wow!
At MegaCon, so I
read it. Yeah, for $1.
That is so awesome. I know. I'm just like, I wish our LCS is having a sale all month long too, but it's like different weeks that different stuff is on sale, and it's like our back issues will be $1, but it's like seeing that quarter bin sale. I was like, I wish I could have just teleported there and bought there's so many books, and then it just I was like, that's probably one of the best sales I've ever seen.
You see what Mr. Garrow said? He said, the problem is people always have better books than me, so it's hard to give out gifts.
Right. Oh, I know. I always feel, I kind of feel like that sometimes, like, when you're like trying to, because you want to give someone something dope, and it's like, I don't have any good books, or like,
I'll be thinking that too. I'm like, man, I don't be having those grails or them big books, or even some of them Silver Age books those guys have. But I do have a fairly good collection, and when I do, I'll get like the books I gave Javi, Steve, and Jeff. They all liked it. They like, man, this is awesome.
It's not always necessarily what it is you have; it's the sentimental value behind it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because one book, can mean not much to somebody, but then mean the world to somebody else. Like I was saying, like Spawn #1. For me, how that's a huge book for me, but like a lot of people, it's probably not much, but
like G-Spot, he got me 2 other Ghostbuster books prior to this, and one of them was a Now What issue that had the Ghostbusters from Ghostbusters 2, a photo variant of them from Ghostbusters 2. I was ecstatic, I was like, wow. He sent that to me, and then High Led got me a Ghostbuster comic. Steve got me that big StayPuff.
That's awesome.
It's like, the generosity and camaraderie within this community is just so amazing,
Yeah, it really is by far. It is. It's like, what is value? Because there's one other thing that so this one's going out to you as well too. So I'm gonna leave it up to him because he might change.
I don't know, because that's pretty like dope, and I don't know. I want that one to kind of surprise him. So maybe it'll
stay a surprise.
Yeah, leave it as a surprise.
Okay, yeah, fine. Right, we'll leave it as a surprise, and you'll get it soon.
because we are almost done, right? I mean, because I know there's a couple others we wanted to.
I don't know if it'll ever be done.
I know, that's the thing. It's like
even when it's done, it's like, okay, gotta work on the next one, or you still come across other books, or it's like, oh, gotta send this. Is it ever really finished?
Or there's the one after we sent to McD, I found something else. I was like, damn it, I should have put this in that.
Exactly.
In that one where I forgot to.
Well, I was gonna show you, but it'll be a surprise, and you'll get it soon.
Yeah, if there's any other one there, but yeah, of course you picked that one.
Like I said, these 3 books are the only ones you'll know about. I still got a couple other books
Exactly.
that y'all ain't gonna know.
Yeah. Well, it's like you say, I'm as subtle as a shotgun. I can't help it.
Exactly.
I get right to the point half the time, but that's awesome, and that's the best part is like the surprise. So then, in that case, I think there is one that you may have already known about because it was when our nerd store was having a sale every other Sunday. So
this was a while back, yeah.
So this is one I know he is okay with me.
Yeah, you could show that one. Yeah,
I'm like, wait a second, am I sure? But yeah, no, this is one that we're going to be sending out to you. Is the Venticular.
Ah, nice.
That Spider-Man Deadpool one, yeah. Because I remember when we showed it back, like way back in the day on our show. Puffin McD was in the chat, and I remember something about him because how you said the nerd store had like a sale, and there was so many of those there. Remember they had like they almost had like a short box full of like just that cover, but. And I remember saying something like how we're gonna get him for him.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice to put next to 129.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Right. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, for sure.
It's funny because I get confused on what book it like the actual book is because it's actually Deadpool like what was it like 283 I think,
mm-hmm.
or 293 I think. Yeah, because it's actually or 287. Yeah, 287. Yeah, because a lot of times, like, it's kind of hard to see the Deadpool stuff. You have to see the Deadpool part of it. You kind of have to be like at a deep angle.
Yeah.
So it's easy to forget that it's actually a Deadpool book.
Yeah. So those lenticular covers are sometimes really cool, though.
Mm-hmm.
They're good ones. I just remember when we had originally got it, there was a comment or a mention. It was just like, yeah. So that one had been like planned to send out to you for like the longest time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a while ago. I remember when we were talking about that one.
So, Soldier, there was another trailer that you was going to talk about.
I was going to bring that up. To the latest James Bond movie, and I was gonna ask like if you watched a lot of Bond growing up or.
Oh man, I watched like Sean Connery, Roger Moore. I watched them all. Man, I'll tell you this. I've been, I always liked the Timothy Dalton's Bond movies, but he came at a time where people were still so used to Roger Moore that he didn't get the fair treatment that his movies got. And that now that Daniel Craig's been doing more serious Bond, people are actually looking back at Dalton because he was the first real serious Bond to take the character in that serious route. And I've always said that License to Kill is one of my favorite Bond movies.
Oh yeah, mine too. Yeah.
Yeah, I always watched that when it was on TV, like because that tanker truck battle at the end was amazing. Sanchez was a great villain, but yeah, I love the Bond movies, man.
Yeah, I do too. So, have you seen the trailer yet?
Yeah, I've seen the trailer. It looks pretty good. No, it definitely.
It does, yeah. Even Bake the Snake is License to Kill is badass for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, and he says they filmed the opening down here in the Keys.
Yeah.
Hey Matt, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, what's going on, brother? We were actually shouting out your show, Matt, earlier, and everything you've been doing with the 12 Days of Christmas. It's truly incredible, and we love what you're doing for sure.
Mr. Grinsky brought up The Living Daylights. That was an underrated movie too. I liked The Living Daylights, but License to Kill was just awesome, man. That was the first time Bond went rogue and said, "I'm gonna do this out of vengeance for what happened to my friend and his wife," and then tied into what happened to his wife and on Her Majesty's Secret Service when he got married, and then she was killed by Blofeld's assistant. So, so with Bond going rogue, he said, "I'm gonna avenge what happened to my comrade." So that was a pretty dope movie. I liked the License to Kill.
Yeah, that one was really good. Yeah, and where was it? Who was it? Sorry. Bake. Yeah, Bake said Goldeneye is still one of his favorites. And that's a big one of mine too. And I mean, even going to the 64 game too, like that game was
awesome.
Yes, it was sibling wars with that one.
It was so ahead of its time too, like especially for like first person shooters and stuff too, and multiplayer first person shooters at that. because the 64 had 4 controller ports, so you can have you and 3 buddies like.
You're playing with your siblings, and it's like, quit looking at my screen. You can't see where I'm at.
Right.
But
I am really looking forward to this Bond movie. I've kind of been a bad Bond fan lately though, because I hadn't seen the last one, the most recent, like the last one that Craig did. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that
was okay for me. Like, I still look at Casino Royale and Skyfall as the best ones, and Quantum of Solace was the weakest, with Spectre being the third.
Yeah, Quantum definitely wasn't the best for sure.
That brought in the whole shaky cam aspect, and I hated that.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't even keep up with the movie.
No, you couldn't. And it's unfortunate though, because like as a whole, like I think Craig's been a pretty good Bond.
I remember the criticism he got when he was cast as Bond. They're like, "What, a blonde Bond? What?"
Right.
But he's done a good job so far. I've enjoyed him.
Yeah, especially like in the action, like his like the fight scenes and everything, and the action scenes and everything. I mean, he's been great at those for sure.
Sean Connery still though is one of my favorite Bonds, just because he's the first and he just has so much suave about him and stuff. He was like the original swagger. You know, he had that James Bond swag. But sometimes you look at those movies and it definitely ain't aged well. You know, especially it was a time in the 60s and stuff like that. And there were certain things he was doing to women and it was like, yeah, they ain't gonna slide now.
No, yeah, it was a different time for sure.
Yeah.
But Connery, has always been one of my favorite ones too.
Roger Moore was like the campy one. Like you watch his movies and there's so much campiness in it. It's like, can I take this seriously? I mean, I love Roger Moore, and I always liked some of his movies, but that Moonraker when he went up in space just to compete with Star Wars was like, all right, that's crazy. All right, Bond in space, nah.
I know, yeah, right. That one was, that one was a little.
And then what they did to Jaws in that movie was stupid. Like Jaws was a menacing villain in The Spy Who Loved Me. And then you're gonna turn him into this, like getting all lovesick with this nerd girl. I'm like, come on now. Yeah. that kind of came out of left field.
Yeah, because like I used to watch like the old Connery ones, like with my grandfather and stuff when I was younger, and then growing up was like all the Pierce Brosnan ones and stuff was pretty much it was all the Pierce Brosnan ones throughout like junior high and high school pretty much. I think was when he was in.
They used to play all the Bond movies in marathons. I remember on the USA Network back in the 90s, they played all the Bond movies.
Oh yeah, it was like Bond all the time. I think like Star Wars and stuff. When Quantum came out, I remember like some Bond marathons.
Yeah,
like back when Quantum was coming
out. Well, I'm looking forward to the new Bond movie, No Time to Die.
Yeah, I am too. Like I hadn't really been paying attention to it because, like I said, I even missed the last one, and I think it was like I had watched the Black Widow trailer, and I think the Bond one was like down on the like recommended, like one of the next ones down or something.
Yeah, because they came out so close to each other. I think Black Widow came out first, and then Bond came right after that, or vice versa.
Yeah, because I watched it because the I think we noticed the Black Widow one like at nighttime, wasn't it? Didn't it like because I think it had just dropped, hadn't it?
Yeah,
because we watched it was like at night, and it said
I came across it.
It said it had been uploaded only like hours earlier, like a couple hours earlier, something like that.
I think it looks pretty good. We'll see. There's definitely more to come.
But it is supposed to be Craig's last one. Haven't they kind of been saying that for the last couple though? I think
he's been saying that like he wasn't going to do no more after Spectre, but then they threw the money at him.
Yeah, because that's when it was really big. Yeah. After that last one, it was when it was like really known. I thought that was the last one, and then
so I see the chat. The chat is doing their top 5 Bond movies.
Oh.
Yeah, see, that's a good top 5.
Looks like Gretzky has, we got Skyfall, A View to a Kill, Goldfinger, World Is Not Enough, and Living Daylights at number 5. Gosh, like something that keeps flying in front of me. And Bake says Pierce was a good Bond. I liked him as Bond too.
He started off strong, and then like each movie got a little bit weaker until Die Another Day came out, and that was pretty much the end.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, his better ones were definitely the earlier ones, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goldeneye. I don't know. I'd say I'm trying to think. Like Goldeneye might be.
Goldeneye is his best to me.
It is. Yeah, it's his best for sure. I was just trying to think like if I'd put that as like my favorite, but it's been so long since I've seen some of the older ones. It'd be real. I'd have to debate for a long time to kind of make a top 5.
If you want to at least get us watch a video that talks about those movies, I recommend Dutch Bond Fan. You know, he did recaps on all the movies. He's hilarious because he's from Dutch, and it's great videos. He got great videos talking about all the Bond stuff, top henchmen, villains, and Bond gadgets and stuff like that. I definitely recommend that channel if you want to, get back into James Bond. Because I haven't watched James Bond movies in a while, and then when I started watching his channel again, that's when I started saying, man, I want to rewatch all the old Bonds. Because outside of the Daniel Craig ones, I haven't seen some of the old ones in a while.
Yeah, that's the same with me too. So yeah, I'll definitely have to check out that channel. It sounds awesome.
Yeah,
sure. Because it's the same here. I've really only been watching the Craig ones, and God, I remember Goldeneye was on TV like a few years ago, and I think I watched it. But
yeah, it'd be awesome.
Even on Her Majesty's Secret Service wasn't bad. I just didn't like the actor who played it. I think it was George Lazenby. He was okay, but he didn't have the suave of a James Bond like Sean Connery had, or even Roger Moore that followed him.
Right.
Yeah.
But the movie was pretty good.
That's I can't really remember that one too well. Like it's been like I said a long time because of some of the like older ones.
Yeah, definitely. If you check out the Dutch Bond Fan, you'll probably definitely want to watch those movies as a whole again.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it'll definitely like reinvigorate your love for the series and all that.
Well, I'm still trying to get you to go back and watch old movies with me because it's like we come across all these movies and like we need to watch this one. How have you not seen this one? Okay, we're gonna set it.
Well, we haven't been watching much of anything for a while. I mean, we mostly like read or I'm playing Destiny or something. Like we haven't really watched much.
Yeah, but no, it's like we should have like one day of the week where it's just watch a classic movie. Like
I know, like a movie. Yeah.
I love movies. They're my favorite.
Let's say hello to Count Von Strange.
Hello.
Oh, what's going on, Count?
Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. I think we are at about that hour mark that we usually go.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. God, now if there's anything else I had kind of planned or anything, but like I said, it was running around once again at the last second trying to get everything together, but.
Hey, we got it together though. We was able to knock out those top 5 villain covers.
Yeah, made it happen.
I mean, you had the same book with the Two-Face one.
Right?
We almost had 2 of the same books. If I would remember to grab that X-Men 1.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah.
And it's funny because yours is signed by Jim Lee, and I had Jim Lee sign X-Men 1, but it was the gatefold.
Oh yeah. If I can get Jim Lee to sign, because I got all the variants, the X-Men 1, even the gatefold. Yeah. I get him to sign all of them.
I know that'd be the way to do it. I think at the time I don't think I had all of them yet though. But I also wasn't there like a 3-book limit when we met him?
Was it a 2-book limit?
Or 2? Or 2 each? Was it 2 each? Yeah, because we had him sign 4. 2. Okay. Yeah, because he was only going to be there for like a short, specific amount of time.
Well, and what was so awesome is that everybody lined up and was in line for the longest time. And then when it was getting time for him to leave to go, it's like, okay, he's got to go catch his flight. instead of just up and leaving, he actually walked down the line and was signing books for people that were still waiting outside that didn't get a chance to, like, he waited until every book was signed before he left. And it was like, okay, they're closing down the shop, you know, it's time to go, no, the signing's over. But Jim Lee was still just walking down the line signing books for people that were outside still waiting
because it was in the winter too. I mean, this was in like January where it was like it was cold outside. And,
I just thought it was really awesome of him that instead of just, you know, the store's closing, it's time to go, the signing's over, he didn't just leave. He signed books for everybody that didn't make it into the store.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
That was very generous of him too.
Yeah, especially you know, because we kind of touched on it earlier, you know, with him being down to earth, you know, even though he's got this, you know, he's got a big status and stuff in the industry. I mean, he's even, what is he, like president, creative director or something? I don't know. He's high up in
DC.
Yeah, so, and he's still, you know, down to earth like that. And it's awesome for sure. Definitely always been one of my favorite creators.
Yeah. I always loved his work.
Yeah. And you can tell a lot of artists, you know, loved his work growing up too. I mean, you could see his influence like throughout the industry.
It's funny because when you look at some of the artists in DC like Clay Mann and Tony Daniels, their styles are similar to Jim Lee. You know, that's why they always call it like the DC house style of artwork, because Jim Lee was the president there, and they almost tailored their art to look similar to his. Like Jason Fabok is another favorite of mine. And his artwork is similar to Jim Lee. Yeah,
I love Fabok. Fabok and Tony Daniel and Clay Mann. Like those are like all some of my favorite artists as well too, for sure.
I know Fusha has that Poison Ivy that Clay Mann did the artwork in, and I got Clay to sign that issue.
Ooh, there you go.
Because Clay lives here in Florida, so he always be at the cons.
There you go. Clay Mann's another good one. I always. Because since he'll do like interiors a little bit more than some of the other artists and stuff, I always kind of call him like my favorite like interior artist, even though like he is kind of become more known like his covers and stuff. But
love me some Ivy. That's good stuff.
Yeah, that was an awesome run. And then I mean he did the what was that last one? The Heroes in Crisis.
Yeah.
That one.
He did a couple issues of the current Batman run, City of Bane.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I still never forget. You know, Tony Daniels started it, then Clay Mann continued, and then they're gonna get John Romita Jr. to follow those two. I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing? That is such an artistic shift from going from those two to John Romita Jr. and it just takes you out of the book, you know. And I used to like Romita Jr. And then all of a sudden the 2000s came and his quality of art started dipping. And I was like, it's not the same what it was when I was growing up looking at his art. You know, it was different, but at the same time, it was unique and stylistic to look at, because Uncanny X-Men 300 was like my first big X-Men book. And he was the artist on it. And I thought the art in there was amazing. It was like, yo, this Bishop and Wolverine look badass. But then I look at his artwork now, and it don't even look that good.
Right? Yeah. And
I was thinking that recently. Remember, there's that book that solicited that Superman. Remember how terrible that? Oh my god!
It's crazy how just even the art itself can make or break a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really can. I mean, the writing can be, spectacular.
It's not good when you go from solid art to average art in a book like Batman. Like Batman depends on having great art, and when you put John Romita on there, it's an artistic shift that just does not go well, especially in that story arc of City of Bane.
Mm-hmm.
It just made no sense to put him on that series. I know he's a big name and they want to put him on Batman, but after Tony Daniels and Clay Mann, I'm like, that's not the artist you want following those two. That's like following Jim Lee. And I'm like, nah.
I know, and then, but I am looking forward. I'm glad Tony Daniels is going to be starting the Tynion run, because if I remember right, that's who they've solicited. James Tynion and Tony Daniels, the artists, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Clay Mann is going to do the Batman Catwoman book.
Oh, that's right. He is.
I was debating whether I want to get that because I love Tom King, but man, this Batman run, it has its ups and downs, but it's been down since the wedding, I will say.
For sure, exactly. That's what I keep saying about the run too. It's got, there's parts I really liked, parts I didn't, but like, you said it, like since the wedding, I mean, I'm still chugging through it. I think last I read was 83. I think, the next one. Oh yeah, because 84 I think just came out, right? I think
I read every issue up until John Romita took over, and I ain't even read it. Because John Romita was just too much of a shift in art that I was like, I can't get through this. I'll eventually get to reading them. But man, the issues before that with the whole cat-bat thing and them getting back together, I was like, man, this is just, you're slowing the story arc down with this whole thing. And then John Romita come on, and I'm like, oh man, I'm just going to wait until Tom King finishes his run, and then I'll just read the rest of the issues.
Right. Yeah, and when Tinian and Daniel start, they're not renumbering it, so it's going to be 86. That's
the thing. I'm a sucker for the big number books. It's going to hit 100. I was considering dropping Batman after Tom King was done because I'm not big on Tinian. His detective run didn't really impress me. But like I'm looking at it's almost at issue 100, and I'll probably get issue 100 because I'm a sucker for them. Marvel kept suckering me back to buying them big number books every time they go back to the big numbers because I'm a sucker for that shit, man. I'm sorry, man.
I miss those days with the big numbers. Like,
it's like
I love that Marvel at least has the legacy numbering, and I hope that they kind of keep going with it.
Just do the anniversary issues without going back to the number full time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I didn't like what Marvel was doing. They relaunched their books, and then they get to that anniversary number, and then they stick with the anniversary number going forward. Like issue 500, then you go 501, 502. I'm like, you keep messing up your damn books, man.
I know it gets messy trying to collect some of this crap. Like it gets crazy.
That's why when you see like 8 volumes of Captain America, I'm like, you got more volumes than an encyclopedia, man. It's crazy.
Right? God.
Well, it's like how they're still coming out with variants to Batman 50.
I know, like you'll see new ones solicited, like Batman 50, but like new like variants, like popping up for that.
It's crazy.
Like God, I can't even remember who the artist was. There was a new one for that one.
They just know themselves, and yep.
All right, but I think that about wraps it up for this week. Do you have anything coming up on your channel this week?
I'll be on Silver Age Sundays tomorrow with Javi and the crew. We're going to be having fun talking about that. I'll probably show off more of my books that I got from that haul because I never really did a video on the books that I actually brought. I've posted them during the week, but I actually never did a full video, so I'll probably show them tomorrow. And then, I'm going to try and bring back Moteri Monday. Like, I've been slacking on that, doing the video for that series. My last series, the last episode didn't get as many views, but I'm still going to try and do Moteri Monday for issue number 3.
Yeah, I mean, I look forward to it because I know me and her, like, we've been wanting to, like, kind of just jump on it and start reading it, like, even find it in trade or something. Or...
And I did see the first episode you did, and it's I had never even heard of it, and it was still so awesome. So yeah, I definitely watch that.
Yeah, I'm
it's
definitely interested in it.
To it.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah, so I'll definitely do issue 3 for Monday.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, 'cause I did see the second one too. Yeah, it was good. I'm just slacking myself, like.
Yeah, because a lot of people never really heard of it, or they saw it, but they never brought it. Because I know one guy said, "Man, I see this in dollar bins all the time," but he never picked it up.
Yeah, and that's the same thing I thought when I saw it. I was like, oh, that's that. But we see it in our quarter bin a lot. Like I would see that trade dress, like the logo. I just immediately. Recognized it from our quarter bin and stuff. So every time when we're flipping through our quarter bin now, I'm like looking for them. I'm like, come on, more toy.
Just wanted to bring awareness to that series. So I'll definitely do issue 3.
It's good.
Yeah, I think you should. I definitely look forward to it. All right, I want to thank you once again for joining us, StayPuff, being our first return guest.
Indeed.
This week.
Thank you, everyone who in the chat and who joined us tonight. We truly appreciate it. This community is incredible, and you are all very awesome.
It really is. And if you're not following StayPuff, I have links to his Instagram and YouTube channel in the description. I'm pretty sure I put them in there right. But and then we'll see you next week.
Live long and prosper.
See ya, everybody.